Cornell's a good team, and I thought it really challenged us to defend and play fast all game. And the effort that was put forth was wonderful. You could see it. I mean, the guys, they just dropped the hammer with the effort. Like it was impressive.
Mm-hmm. And comment on Owen's play back there.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, we're all in the same boat together, right? And he's a piece of it. We're rowing, everybody's going the same direction, and pucks get to the net, and he saved them. He was confident, and, you know, he made a couple real big extended toe saves, and really played very, very well.
I talked to the guys about this too. Second overtime out of the last 3 games. Kind of, what are you seeing out of the overtime and how those guys rise or not rise?
Well, I thought from about the 4 minutes left in the third period through overtime, we picked up a new energy again. And you know, we're trying as coaches just to give them the reminder, like, hey, let's go play. And that was what was so good on our bench today, is the leaders and the conversations on the bench were about, yeah, Cornell's good. They're in our zone. We can play in the D zone. We can play in the neutral zone. We can play in the O zone. So let's just keep playing it and take what the game gives us. And when you do those things, you're going to get a chance. I thought we had some decent chances down the stretch and into overtime.
Sean and I always talk about how feisty this team is, how much of a personality they have. Do you think that really showed through in a game like today, especially against Cornell?
Well, perseverance for sure. Grit, determination. I think those are all words that this group, but you can't do it. This has been intentional behavior on their part. This is what they talk about. This is what the players, you know, they're not getting too high. They're not getting down. And I think when you have that, it's easier to focus on the way we play, which is hard and gritty and passionate.
You talk about not getting down. You could have. It was 1-0. They get the power play goal. They've been dominating the whole game, and now here they are. You guys didn't hang your heads. You came right back out about a minute and a half later and tied the game. Talk about that as a young team trying to build what you're building here. That sort of resilience.
Yeah, you know what? It didn't change anything. It changed the scoreboard, but it didn't change the way we wanted to play. If anything, it gave us a little urgency to win at home. And I thought it was a great shift, and I'm glad that Mears was rewarded for him and for all of us. But I really think it, you know, the bench was, I don't want to say bench was okay with them scoring, but the bench was okay. The bench had a good demeanor. It's like, all right, next shift, let's go. And we played everybody. Took everybody today. I mean, that was what you could call the fourth line, but Mears rotated anywhere from first line left wing to center to, you know, played with everybody, I think.
A few weeks left in the regular season. How big is this 3-point weekend for you, as well as the standings are still a little bunched up?
Yeah, I mean, we've internally got some goals that help us get closer to that, and I believe that we're playing hard. We're playing with passion and grit, and you can see it. You can see it today. The determination it takes every night. Now, next weekend, as we as coaches look ahead, we only got one game. We only get one game next weekend, so we've got to make sure that we bring the same passion and drive to that.
I mean, it was an ugly one for sure on our end, but I think guys just stuck to the game plan. You know, if you're going to play in the D zone, I think Coach mentioned this. If you're going to play in the D zone, do a good job at it. I think for the most part, we kept shots to the outside. Obviously, Owen had a couple of huge saves, but the attitude's been good for a while. Back a couple weeks ago, we were playing well and not getting rewarded. And it's nice, you know, maybe get a reward for displaying good defensively.
Mm-hmm. Second overtime in 3 games. What are you seeing out of the overtime from the guys and how they're responding to that extra hockey?
Yeah, it's not too different because it's still 5-on-5. It's not anything like the NHL, but I think it's just reiterating the guys to play with confidence, play to win the game. I think a lot of the times if you play passive and try not to get scored on, that's when kind of pucks find their way into your net.
Do you guys pick up confidence as the game goes along tonight? Owen's having a good night back there, and even though they're controlling the play, they couldn't score. Is it just something you guys can? Is it something you can build off of?
Yeah, I think so. I think throughout the game we were building confidence in our play. I thought we had moments where we had some good ozone shifts, and obviously we would have liked to have more of those. But I think we built confidence as the game went along, and then I think in overtime it was back and forth, and you could see the confidence coming through.
Yeah, I mean, it's always better to stay busy, especially in games like that, back-to-back at home. I think I was pretty busy both nights, but it's obviously easier when you're busy to stay locked in and stuff like that. So yeah, it's obviously easier, and I like that more, is when you can be more locked in and be a difference maker. So
you've been getting tied up a lot around the net too, kind of mingling with the opposing players, and whether it's a stick kind of getting caught in you and stuff. Do you like kind of defending yourself, I guess is a good way to put it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of teams do at this level, right? There's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of fighting to see pucks, and I think sometimes when they're trying so hard to get to that net, it's just our D are trying to box out, and yeah, sometimes they come down on top of me, but it doesn't bother me. I think it's never really bothered me in my career, but yeah, it's not too bad.
Of the 41 shots, I mean, talk about the effort of the D-men in front of you and the forwards coming back. Did you have a good look at many of those tonight?
Yeah, I think the whole week, and like we've all been talking about, we've had a pretty big, pretty crazy week, 5 games in 9 days, and I think that the whole week they were really good at that. I mean, last weekend we gave up like under 25 shots both games, and that's a lot of credit to the D and the forwards as well. But I think these last 3 games, I think it was a lot of the D. They took a lot of responsibility and fighting, like I said, boxing guys out and making sure that I had good sight lines on the puck. And I think even though they put up 41 tonight, I think that they did a fantastic job of letting me see majority of those pucks. So a lot of credit to the D.
Second overtime in 3 games too. Are you guys getting used to overtime hockey? What's what are you seeing out of the offense, out of the defense, and maybe even out of yourself out of this extra hockey now?
Yeah, like you go in the second intermission, we went in. We said that let's stick to our game. Let's not try to play too defensive, because Cornell's a team that'll capitalize if we're make a mistake. But I think in that intermission we talked about we might need the full 60, we might need the full 65, and I think we all work hard during the week. I think everybody's conditioned enough to play that level, and at that point I think it's just you want to win so bad that guys will go to the next level, block an extra shot, or just put a puck on net and hopefully it'll squeak in. But
yeah, we were just coming off a penalty kill, I think, so we got out there and we were just trying to get some pucks low, and then get the cycle going, and try and spin off some checks in the corner, and then just try and get pucks to the net. And when pucks go from low to high, we go over this a lot, but you got to get traffic to the top of the crease. So Bowman was working it kind of on the half wall, and then I just tried to go to the net, try and get through the screen and the box out, and I think it hit maybe the defender and kind of dropped right by the feet, and tried to whack at it, and before you knew it was in the back of the net, so it felt good for sure.
Well, that was the term I was going to use. You see a puck and just it's not even take the time and set up a shot. You just chop at it, and you never know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a lot of goals are scored in front of the net and around the crease. So we talked about it. Might not be a pretty one, but we just got to get pucks and bodies to the net, and hopefully good things will happen.
Second goal of the season. 2 huge goals too for this team. This one ties it up against Cornell, and then you had the one against Union that was a snip that really got the boys going in that game. Kind of, how's that feel, having 2 big goals this season?
Yeah, it feels good. They've been coming at good times, and so that feels good. Hopefully I can get a little more going now that I've been finding the back of the net now, but it all comes back to practice and our habits in practice, and getting pucks to the net when you have a shooting lane. So
does that give you a lot of confidence out there when you get that one too?
Yeah, just like so much hard work, and then to have it finally pay off on a tying goal, it felt good, yeah.